has got the facts for you. BX the storyteller, bringing the spark. No one does it better. BX, you've heard the rest, but she's the best. Yeah, she's the best. Oh, from ancient tales to modern schemes, unraveling truths and chasing dreams.
Yeah, my bad on that. I know Coach was about ready to catch. He's like, don't get on Philly.
Well, it ain't even about that. We about accurate American history, man. Like, fuck that.
No.
Hey, Coach, ready to catch that fade delineation? Come on now.
Ain't no ready. I'm already outside every day. Like, that's why I laugh at all this tough shit on this internet. We don't experience this outside on our ancestors' USA, so that's why I don't even be disrespecting nobody online, man. Because you know we don't see this craziness outside, but everybody got enough heart online. But I'm sick of our people checking they street smarts at the online door when they get on these apps. Like, what are we doing? Like, you just left all your street smarts and life experience at the door because you on a phone. Are you crazy? Man, I'm peeping everything. I've been taking notes, watching everybody. Like, okay, I see how they moving. I don't even go in a lot of spaces because a lot of this is Clubhouse 1.0 for me. Speak my piece.
Thank you. Hi, Brian.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? I'm just listening, man. Trying to pick up some games so I can spread it out to the world.
Yeah, well, North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina was having reparations talks. So their commission had proposed like 38 points to, tell the city to pay up for the Black people. Well, there's an Indian lady at the United States Department of Justice in the Civil Rights.
What type of Indian lady?
Indian.
Oh, Indian, the smelly. Okay, keep going.
All right.
Red dot Indian.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, keep going.
So she put them on notice that it could violate the Fair Housing Act, Title VI, Title VII, and the Equality Act of the 14th Amendment. Equality Clause of the 14th Amendment. If they put some of those things into place.
Why did she say what? And I like to ask questions, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
So why did she ask that? I mean, why did she say that? Like, why did she say that? What was the reason for the Indian lady to say that?
It's the verbiage is race-based.
Okay, so
That's racism reparations.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure. So, do y'all feel like she was leaning towards us a little bit with that, or not?
I don't. I
No.
think that's what we've been.
Wait a minute. Who did anybody see a violation pop up on their thing except for bullying and harassment?
Oh no! Who?
No.
Me,
I'm getting ready to leave. I told you I'm a threat on these apps, y'all.
Coach, really?
Coach,
You wasn't arguing with nobody.
That's why my joint private. Yo, it's people of our lineage been reporting my stuff. I ain't slow.
Oh Lord.
Y'all didn't know on Twitter back in the day, the only time we could hear Coach is if he put a voice changer and sound like Kermit the Frog. If he did come in on a voice changer, they was gonna mess with the space so bad, and it happened all the time. That's messed up, BX. I'm so sorry.
Good morning, Shay. Well, good afternoon.
Tap up to 45 if we can, and put some proofs in the chat. It kind of sometimes gotta protect the live. From what I've heard, I don't know
they didn't give me a violation because he dropped. Had I kept him up here, they probably would have.
It might have been when he was talking about squaring up. Yeah.
He briefly even said anything about that though. He didn't really. That's crazy.
It was just joking too with that.
Hey, listen, you know what? I be seeing spaces on here where they have full roast battles in here, and they be cussing and going in, and they don't get not one violation in them spaces. So I'll just be wondering, like, I'm just be wondering, man.
Is it like a
You,
do they have TT bots? You know, to follow people around and like shadow ban people like they do over on the Bird app.
Well, my room is shadow banned. Jimothy's room is shadow banned.
Oh,
Brian, your
oh.
room gets good traffic.
yeah, my wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I think they have chats that monitor, bots that monitor the live. Because the coach wasn't talking to anybody, specific, and unless they in the hallway, like, let me get them, Maybe he made a
Hmm.
few TikTok,
Yeah, TikTok like the
TikToky,
drama. See, long
TikTokies.
if you add a little drama in, like you know how we bring the Africans up for like 30 minutes, but then
Hmm.
once they leave, we start talking. Okay, that's why I kind of know that I think the drama gotta happen over for your page to stay up a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
do
yeah, you
y'all
can explain that though. That the what you explain. I know y'all probably already talked about it, but
hold on
when,
before BX explain that too? I want to make y'all aware too that the dude that's like the CEO of the technology parts of TikTok Live specifically. It's a Nigerian dude. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
oh
Oh,
no,
that makes
Oh,
sense.
oh
see,
That makes
that's why
sense.
they be able to spew all that craziness, and we can't have an intelligent conversation
Hmm.
without getting doomed.
Yeah,
It's
Yep.
wild.
the dude that's in
wow.
charge of the live feature specifically. Let me pull it up on the page. But go ahead,
Yeah.
Brian.
Oh no. I just want her just to finish about the Indian lady, so I have a better understanding.
Um, I
You were
just want.
saying that I asked if is that a good thing towards us, or do you think she was leaning towards us or leaning the other way, or just hey?
The fact that she's Indian, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's 50-50. 50%. But maybe she wants to keep in line with the law, but to me, I don't think so. Because I
Give me
haven't
your
heard of
50-50.
anybody having.
Give me why you say 50-50 though, bitch.
Just because everybody's anti-Black American, especially when it comes down to things specifically for us, nobody wants to give just us anything. They have to add the other in. You know what I'm saying? Like Black people
Mm-hmm.
and other marginalized groups. And if it was written for just Black people and her people are Indian, although they're melanated and can be considered marginalized too, she may have had a problem with that. But I don't think that she could really do that. But I don't know. I think
Mm.
Yeah,
anything
for
race
me,
based. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, I believe I'm in alignment with BX. I don't think, I won't say like 50-50. I don't think she did it for us at all. I don't believe that she did it. But I do believe that we can use the leverage from this letter. This letter, yes, it is very anti-Black, but whatever. But we also know that race-based policies are unconstitutional. We know that if they say, hey, we're going to, give reparations just because you Black, we know that's going to get struck down. That's what we've been saying when we've been countering. It must be lineage based. It must be lineage based. So although this is was not, I don't think she did that for our benefit. No, she's not thinking about the benefit of or justice of Black people. She's thinking about the administration and what they're trying to do and whatever and whoop de whoop. But us in the grassroots can use this letter as leverage, and we can say, hey, look, didn't we already tell you that, like pulling it up, going up to the New York upcoming hearing, hey, we told y'all that it cannot be race based, and here, look, we have proof clear as day. So that's where it can be to our benefit, even though I don't believe it was written to be our benefit. So that's more co-signing with BX.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with what y'all saying. So, lady, Dolphine, I got a question there. I know this been answered millions of times, but I just want to make sure I get like a clear cut clarification because I looked it up and I read it, but I just want to make sure I comprehended everything correctly. So, when it's race based, what will we use? Like they just say, since she said it can't be race based. I'm sorry. What can we use to counter that?
Well, I have like some, ideas, but like there's ways to make sure that you're talking to a specific group of people or people who fit a specific category or a specific set of categories versus others. So one thing that we can do, we know that our zip codes experienced redlining. We know that our property was underappraised. We know that there's certain, the school to prison pipeline. We know that there's certain, there's just certain data that we have that highlights the specific harms. And so I don't know if it's necessarily just harms based, or tying it to the harm, and then those who were of that lineage or who were descendants of people who experienced said harm are, due to that or do with that. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is say, okay, using it by the status. Well, everybody who had this status or looked like people who had this status experienced different treatment from the government versus other people. So if you have this particular status and you are a descendant of somebody who had that particular status, then you are applicable or eligible for this particular remedy. So there's different ways that, it can be done. You can be like, okay, if you were a veteran and you were in this zip code, they can say, okay, well, veterans, there's a way to, that's a race neutral way to do that as well. So there it's basically finding, not even just finding, you can look through case law, you can just look through the data and whatever and find various criteria that only means us, and then do it on the criteria, whatever that criterion is.
I'm with you on that.
And one exercise that we can have is how to is advocating for repair, just in like everyday life, like we on these apps or something like that, and like advocating for repair without actually saying reparations or without saying race. And then also even bringing up the delineation of data, that is a big thing about it too, because it's like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Who are those people? As of what time? And when we start breaking down the data and whatnot, and we already know race don't exist anyway, that's another way that we can get race out of the pocket as well. Because if we get to ethnicities, well, not everybody is everyone else's ethnicity, right? So, there's a myriad of ways that things can be done.
Okay, so, so if I make a video, and would you suggest, instead of using, I'm gonna use FBA regardless. But when you speak to the masses of people, a lot of them won't understand like the intricate details of what we know. So when I try to convey the message, I try to make it simple, So would it be best to use Friedman if I speak about something like this? Would y'all suggest that or what? Because FBA, we know FBA, whatever. But I'm just saying like Friedman. Would that cover all people, or should I just use emancipated people?
Maybe.
So what I do, I say, Kingpin, I'll let you go because I know I've been talking a lot.
I was gonna say maybe emancipated people. I found out today that there's like people that are, against the term freedman. I didn't know that there were people against the term freedman that are FBA, and for whatever reason, I still don't have a good understanding of it. It wasn't really explained to me very well, from my perspective at least. So
Yeah, I've
maybe,
been hearing that too.
yeah, so people are starting to go against freedmen.
So emancipated is a for all of us basically.
I would say so, because even people who were free Black people, they were technically under or impacted by the Emancipation Proclamation, which is basically it was basically saying that they're going. The whole reason why Emancipation Proclamation was signed was so that way our personhood can be recognized, and we were allowed to, pick up arms and defend the Union, so that because the Confederacy was kicking behind. So. My overarching umbrella term is, Black U.S. citizens who descend from emancipated Americans. That's very, very specific.
Yeah, that
but and that encompasses everybody. That encompasses, because we are an amalgamation and we have our own diaspora that doesn't involve anybody else, and it just encompasses the people who escaped slavery, some into different parts, but that we are our own people. So I think that your term for descendants of the emancipated, that is one way. Black citizens who descend from the emancipated, that's another. Or yeah. But to the point, freedmen or U.S. freedmen, that those are people who were freed by the Emancipation Proclamation, and then it's like freedmen and their descendants. So, and freedmen is supposedly a status, or not supposedly, it is a status that implies that somebody was once enslaved and now they are, a free person. And that is in the United States. And then there is American freedmen from the tribes as well, which is why there's like a little bit of contention, I would say, that some people are like, yeah, well, I'm a freedman, but I'm an American freedman, not a U.S. freedman. And there's still some discussion going on with that. But that is a part of our lineage too. And that's more so to make it more of like a status in alignment with like veteran or something like that. Like nobody says, oh, I'm a veteran, and they're talking about, their ethnicity or their people's ethnicity. The veteran is a person who basically served and, right? They served in the military. They are a veteran. They went and fought for this country. They are a veteran. But that that's more so their status. And veterans have certain things that they are, owed because they went ahead and joined the military. There's certain things that they can get free healthcare, or they should be getting free healthcare without jumping through hoops. They should be getting, college, homeowner assistance, stuff like that, because they are a veteran. Their children often are able to access certain scholarships and whatnot, again, because of their status as a veteran. And so that's kind of what the freedman thing is. It's like, okay, because these people were emancipated, and the things that happened, the vestiges of slavery that, still incurred, which was, during Reconstruction, Jim Crow, and et cetera, that was because the people with the status of freedmen are eligible for these particular resources. So the status itself is race neutral. It's just a status, just like, it is what it is. So that's kind of my understanding, and it might need some refinement, but that's what my thing is for them.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So by me using the emancipated people, have y'all seen anybody that can, how can I say it? Because basically it just encompasses everybody. Y'all, when I say everybody, y'all know what I'm getting at. Because I just want to make sure, because I'm noticing now where when we used to say the census, I'm noticing I be listening to these Democratic panels where they feel a certain way about us FBA. So you know how we use the 1870 census, whatever. Now they counter that with the people in the North and stuff like that. So I say, okay. So now I see.
No, they don't. Yeah, they don't have to counter at all. I mean, there's a very specific group of people.
They don't like us. Like some of these Black Democrat supporters don't like us. And I'm seeing now there's a lot of Democrats that's about to attack FBA. And I'm seeing now, like, okay, because there one of them mentioned about how there were free people like in the early 1800s or something and up north or whatever, and they didn't do the census, and how would they know? I said, okay, big.
But that's a lie.
Hold on.
That's a lie.
Very much so, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do descend from the Dutch. The Dutch kept meticulous records. Well, as far as my lineage is concerned, they have censuses up here. New Jersey was actually the last to free their enslaved population in the North, and they freed the last of their enslaved population after Juneteenth.
That's what I said.
There are resources out there, okay?
Yep.
And the enslavers have landmarks all throughout the North, specifically New York. Mm-hmm. So they gotta cut it out.
Oh yeah, they coming for us, y'all. That's why I'm preparing now.
That's okay. We're good historians.
Yeah, I got y'all. That's why I say, man. That's why I told them, like, listen, I know people that know this shit good in MF. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna have to get this message out, and cause they coming. They is coming. It's two big creators. I saw them. I'm like, Lord, they done share my page, so I already know what they about to do. So I'm gonna be prepared for them, so I know because now I'm
Right,
using
but
the
you
method.
already prepared. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you trace to somebody that was counted or that was classified as black or mulatto in 1860, 1870, or 1880? And if they say they don't know, then you probably ain't black because you got to know. Either you do descend from somebody who was classified as black in the mid 1800s, or you're not. That is, and there is no ambiguity for that. Now in terms
exactly.
of the terms that we identify, anybody can self-identify as anything. I mean, with the Democrats did just they couldn't define what a damn woman was, and they said that you don't have to biologically have the anatomy of a woman to be a woman. All right, bet. So if anybody can be anything, anybody can self-identify as anything. But do you descend from somebody who was classified as black or mulatto as of the mid 1800s on those censuses? And if they don't, then you ain't black, it ain't your claim.
But Dolphina, this they argument. They saying that how they how they made it seem like, and I'm not, and maybe y'all can educate me on this. But what they saying is that not all black people was on the census, so how would we just know definitively that if they not on the census, then how we would know definitively? That's what I'm coming at right
Then
now.
they
Okay, so
people
here's
might have been immigrants. Because who was you talking to, Brian?
No, I was listening. I was listening. I was
Oh, you was.
listening. I wasn't talking to nobody. I
Oh,
was just listening on the
you were
panel.
scrolling
hey,
in the hallways and
Yeah, I
stuff.
was in the hallway
I
because
already know. I
yeah,
already
look, my
know.
question is
you
this:
know
who
that.
ain't
They were
never kept track
immigrants.
of their money? Who ain't never kept track of their money? Like our bodies were the capital. Who ain't never kept track of the money? Who?
Hmm. Exactly.
The money has always been there. Now I'm not saying that because there have been, there was like that big fire, and so we don't have the 1890 census, right? I think with the 1890 census, there's only like 75,000 records that were saved out of all of them, and those are mostly military records. So a lot of us don't have are not able to uncover an 1890 census, but we have so many ancestors. I think there is 1,200 people that we descend from, going back to like fifth generation or eighth generation, something
Hmm.
like that. And so you mean to tell me you can't find one? That is highly unlikely. If you cannot find a single one, you are not Black American, because we got thousands. You mean to tell me you can't find 1% of your paperwork? That's a lie. Whoever
Then
said
they
that is
immigrants.
not us. Yep, exactly, BX.
They're
Because their
immigrants.
bodies weren't counted as the literal capital that built this nation. Like we were money. Think of us as like dollar bills.
So
Then they
basically,
got to
with the
go after the
census,
crown or
so
something.
basically, with the census is that they count. I don't want to use the word slaves, but they counted the slaves. And what about the freed people? How did they do that then with the freed people? Like some of the people that was already free
They
prior to us being
they
released.
were
Okay, after
classified
that
as black.
question, one moment. After that question, because you already know, there's people in the hallway. There's probably people that came in the chat when I walked away. I don't know, but I don't want, because the Africans are very nosy. Other people are very nosy. So, and then the rest we go on gatekeep. Go ahead after this question about the census.
Yeah, brother Brian. So when somebody had slaves as property, it just listed them, one adult male, whatever. But like free black people, their names are on the census.
Okay.
And then actually, and then if you go a little bit further back, before they actually started capturing names, it was just populations. So there would be a slave population, and then it might be some other stuff. So there are, and then a lot of us have both free black people and enslaved black people. Some people don't have enslaved people in their lineage. Some people don't. But most of us, that is not the case. And even those who don't have slavery in their lineage, they were still not able to observe the fullness, the full protection of the law, because they were classified as black in this country, and there were still places that they could not go, and there was still commerce that they could not participate in because of that. So I would say that them bringing that up is a moot point. Do you descend from somebody who was classified as black as of the mid 1800s, which is basically right after the Civil War? If you do, then you are eligible. You're in this eligible class. If you don't, I don't know who you are, but good luck with everything.
I agree.
What Kiki Palmer
You
said?
answered everything. You
Sorry,
filled in all the gaps that I knew. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy because I just like to go back and see certain things, and I did more research on it. I said, okay, let me just make sure. And I think this, yeah, I'm happy we did have this conversation, so I know.
Brother
You're
Brian, can you
welcome.
look up Brother Bureau's screenshot real quick? You see how many, as of the eighth great grandparent, that is 1,200 people
Put it
added
back
to the
up.
seventh grandparents
Hey,
and sixth and fifth and fourth. That's a lot of people.
Jimothy, I don't see the resource. Oh, there we go.
Now you see that you gotta add 1,024 plus 512 plus 256 plus 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. That's how many people it'll take us to get back to. That's 2,000 people. You mean to tell me we can't find one record? It's a lie. And
Yeah.
those of us who have been doing a little bit of the genealogy and getting our paperwork, we know that what those people are saying, which Brian, they really are saying, they're like, how do you know? What if you can't find anything? Well, if you can't find a single record, chances are, and what I've seen is that you are not us, because we were money. Our bodies were the capital.
I agree. Let me screenshot that right quick.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to move the sticker? Oh.
Yeah, if you can. Okay, let me screenshot it. Let me do it one more time because he
Yeah,
moved.
don't move. Don't get in the
Brian,
frame
Brian,
now,
I'll
Jimothy.
send it directed. I'll send it to you, Brian. I'll inbox it to you.
Send it to me too.
I got you.
Thank you. This was a great live. I'm about to shut it down. Do we have anything else that we want to discuss? Any final words? I'm gonna be cutting up on somebody panel. I think. Hopefully somebody's live. Somebody funny because this
Look, BX, I'm gonna
drag.
follow you because I be following you wherever you go. I be like, let me see what they talking about because my sis is up in there.
You want me to send this to you too, Dolphina, or are you good? You already got this.
You got it.
Oh, I got the screenshot. The first person I saw this from, I think, was from Fresh, but this was years ago. So I got it though for sure. Thank you so much for thinking of me and making sure I got the information.
Okay, no problem.
I did want to say something before you shut it down.
Yes,
As
sir.
far as what has already been approved by OMB was not black and Negro descendants of freedmen already approved by the Office of the OMB as
As a self-identifier, and does have a code.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Friedman does have a code. I didn't know that Friedman had a code in the OMB. So that's
No,
good. That's good information.
no, wait, because it's the difference between Friedman and the one that Brother Theory, and his lobbyist group got, right. So they got American Negro descendants, right, and then they also got Black American Negro descendants of freedmen, and those are self-identifying codes, and it has codes.
Oh, that's great. I know that there were people that were working on it, and I think it was like 3020 or 3025 or something like that for those codes. Oh, that's good information. Thank you both.
You're welcome. Yeah,
So and
those are
also
the codes.
brother Greg Marcel Dixon, he
Yes,
identifies as a freedman and he stomps hard for reparations for foundational Black Americans.
correct.
So me myself, I'm not against the term freedman. I know that there are people that now are against the term freedman, but I'm not. I don't fully understand why.
I'm not either.
But yeah, I think freedman. I think it does work, and the OMB has already signed off and approved the code for BAND and BANDF.
Right.
So it's all good,
That
but
was
also
nasty, Brian.
Nah, that was my dog. Wait, that was
Oh,
my dog.
oh,
I'm finna take her to the groomer so she can get a bath and stuff.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. But yeah,
Right,
BX,
but
I'm
see,
gonna be
okay, so
live in
here's the
about 30
thing,
minutes though, BX.
yeah.
huh?
Kingpin. I'm gonna be live in about 30 to 45 minutes, Kingpin, BX, and Dolphina.
Okay,
I'm
save
putting
my box. You know, my box is the
I
one right
got
next to yours at the top. Thank you. I'm gonna be on Brian's live later, y'all. 30 minutes. Oh, so I want to say this. So just know that the way that we self-identify, will probably won't even make it in the legal jargon, right?
Right.
Because we identify as foundational Black American, but that's nowhere on the actual bill. That's why I was asking Miss Kim, would she be able to get the African American removed? Because if not mistaken, African American is the term they're going by, or Afro descendant. Get it? So I don't want the Afro American, Afro descendant, African American. I don't want none of that. And that's not to disrespect those who like the term. It's just an easy catch all for these other people. Caribbeans are identifying as that. Anybody in the not Jamaicans, and the African continent is identifying as that. See, here's my issue, right? They know that when they over there, they are their father's tribe. They are, they raised up in the culture and stuff, right? Now, some countries may be a little bit different, but the ones I spoke to, Cameroon, Ghanaian, and I think Nigerian, they said I have to identify as their father's tribe. Even if they migrate from Ghana to Nigeria, the child is always supposed to be in the father's tribe and raised up in his customs. So if he's Igbo, then the baby's going to be Igbo. So when they migrate here, all of a sudden they African American or Black/African. And that is why they've been able to triple and double dip. And I'm actually tired of that because I see the unfairness in it for us. And it's like, I can't believe that they don't have the common sense. Well, now I can see that they don't have good common sense or common human decency, right? Because why would you want to erase somebody else? And when y'all speak to them Ukadians, all the ones with the African and Caribbean accents and the recent African and Caribbean descent, they don't even know that there were Black Europeans there before Windrush, right? But I'm walking around here with European blood. So I know there's some Europeans over there and on the continent of Europe, or I'll use whatever it's called. So these people feel it's normal to migrate off of their homeland and displace the indigenous people, damn near erase them in their history. And I have a real issue with that. And African American is giving them a bigger swelled head than they deserve. Now, that's not to the Caribbeans, but that specifically is for the Africans. Their head is swelled. And then they run around, I'm the real African American. I don't want to go through that. Remove the shit.
Right. Retire it. It needs to be retired for sure.
But they don't get to keep it because my grandmother is not African, but on the living certificate, that's what she was identified as, and I don't really, and yeah, so African American is probably what's on those bills right now, if not mistaken, because they made a big push for Afro descendant, and Afro descendant is a very easy latch on for the Caribbean.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right? Because they're Afro-descended. And it's a latch-on for the Afro-Latinos, too. Because they're Afro-descendant if they're Afro-Latino. And I keep trying to tell them, your Afro is not my Black American. So don't tell me that you're Afro-Latino and then tell me that you're Black. Right? Because in America, I'm the Black person. And we don't, trust me, we don't live in a similar household. We just don't. The cultures are different.
And BX, they're not even the people that have, curlier hair, that kind of like, have more melanate or whatever. What I'm seeing, people are claiming that they're Afro-Latino and they are
light bright, right?
You know what I'm saying? Straight hair, nothing my abuela was a mayate or whatever. No, the fuck she wasn't, and she ain't even calling herself that. What are you talking about? Like, it's crazy.
Hey, Rick. Hey, embody.
Let me just say this. I'm gonna give a shout out to somebody that a lot of sisters don't really rock with, but she was on code. Cardi B. They asked her on the stand, "Do you identify as African American?" She said no. She said no. I identify as Afro Caribbean, and she knew that it was not her place to identify herself as an African American. Shout out to her ex-husband. Maybe he taught her some things about that. I don't know, but she was definitely on code with that.
I was surprised by you too, and
so she needs to stop.
I was like, now please stop saying the N word so much, so I could give credit where it's due. I'm glad she properly identified herself. Now if we could just tweak how she uses the N word, um,
Right.
much obliged, and don't never call another black woman, okay, a roach again when you look like a beetle bug, okay.
God.
My problem with her is who is the Afro in your Latino? Who is the Afro in your Latino makeup?
Tax Bureau,
Ugh.
That's my problem. But you know what?
like
That's
half or some shit.
right. But you know what though? That's not our business or our burden to check that. Let the Latin let the Afro Latinos check that, right? That's y'all
Right.
business to
Right.
check that. We tired of speaking up for everybody. So y'all want to let Cardi B call herself Afro Latino, cool, but that girl, that chick that be on here, Zion's Garden, even she, like, when she said that, I started looking at her sideways, like, I thought we all agreed that Cardi B is Afro Caribbean. I'm like, who agreed on that? This is some chick named Bel Khaliz. I don't know no black. I don't know no sister named Bel Khaliz. Fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, I think she's Afro Latino for stuff. Um, I think it's it didn't express itself. Her genetics didn't express themselves, and as much as on her sister is clearly Afro Latino. They have the
We
same
talking
parents.
about Hennessy, Carolina. She don't
He don't look like
listen, bro.
Afro.
None of them look Afro. Amara La Negra look Afro Latino to me. That's who look
I
Afro
don't know.
She
Latino.
is for sure
See now
Afro
you
Latina.
see
Yep.
now you're changing it and making it kind of like a colorism thing or a
No,
color
no, no.
code thing. Like in order to be Afro Latino, you have to be a certain skin tone. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no. Well, let me tell you first and foremost what I'm saying. I don't care because I'm not Latino. I don't care, right? But at the
Right.
same time, um, that's how they sneak their way into people's claims, right? By starting to identify as you first, and then they get in the position. That's pretty much what Florida is about. They overrun us here in Florida that way. We're all black. Yeah, I'm black. I identify as black. N-word this, N-word that. And then when they get to the age of 30 now, they go from a little urban Puerto Rican looking dude to a full-on white man, you
Well, let
know?
me tell you
Yeah.
the proper way to describe Cardi B. Mestizo.
Okay.
That's mixed.
Facts, facts.
Okay.
That is absolutely appropriate. The X.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying though, DH? Because I don't want to make it seem like it's a colorist thing because I don't even apply colorism to
I
Latinos
miss
because
FBA Queen. Go
I
ahead.
don't apply colorism to Latinos because I don't have conversations with Latinos about any type of race, politics or anything like that because I don't see us generally as the same. You get what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
I
But
feel like
yeah.
you
I
gotta
didn't see
have at
that,
least a
Chia.
little bit of curl to be Afro Latino. You can be like, I have some Afro Latino ancestry without being Latino. Like, for instance, me as a Black American, yeah, I got some mixture like way back in the day, but all eight of my great grandparents are Black American. Like, I'm not mixed at all, but we have an amalgamation. Now, am I going to say, yeah, I'm European? No, because I'm not, not at all. I'm Black American, but there is stuff in our mixture, from a while ago. So I would like to know which of her parents, where did she get the Afro in the Afro Latino part from which parent? And but to Bureau's point, it really isn't my business. That's me asking somebody else some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with me and is not for me to define nor pick apart.
Heck, we got
I
our
agree.
own issues.
Agree, Cookie. I didn't see it.
Mhm. We got our own issues, right? So we can't tell Cardi who she is, but we could tell her who she's not, and she's not black. So stop saying the N word. Thank
She
you. And I
definitely
mean
needs to
black
stop
in the
saying the N
United
word.
States of America sense. The United States
Little
of
and
D's
and
America.
is black, huh,
and
BX?
and the way that she lashes out when she has any type of beef with black people, like in that same court case, DH,
Uh-huh.
I think they were bringing it up that the chick that she's on the stand, I'm sorry, the chick that she's having a legal battle with. The chick says Cardi B says some real racist stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So
Like
that
what?
being I think she was saying Cardi B was calling her a monkey and all kind of slurs, you know what I'm saying? Monkey with the wig, some crazy shit, you know?
I mean,
But
she said that to other, celebrities and members of other fandoms. Yeah, she be doing that shit. She be popping on.
Mhm. But you know what though?
Find some other celebrities, monkeys with wigs.
I think
Yeah,
what's her name? Rocky. That
there is. Uh-huh. I thought it was some Jamaican singer with blue hair, Spice something.
Oh, okay,
She,
yeah, she did that to her too.
she was wearing
No,
a
that
blue
was
hair.
Erica Mena. That was a Puerto Rican,
My bad.
not the
You were
Dominican.
absolutely.
It was Erica Mena from like Love and Hip Hop New York.
Hey, but is it is
These
is
people are
Erica
trips.
Dominicana as well? Is she Dominicana?
Who?
Erica Mena, is she Dominicana?
She's Puerto Rican.
She a white Puerto Rican. She
Yeah,
act like it
she's
too.
Puerto Rican. Yeah.
I don't know. A little bit of curl to that hair, like you said. Does
Yes,
that meet the
that's
criteria?
texturism. Hold on. That's texturism. And Jewish women, they have rough hair. Some of them too. Okay.
Yep, she
That
got a
wasn't
lot of
that
curl.
wasn't my statement though. That was
Okay. Well, I had to
Deanna's
beat you
statement.
to
She
it
said,
in case it was going there. I just had to beat you to it.
Yeah, that ain't enough curl for
I
me.
didn't
No,
say that. So
mm-mm.
that's not
That's a
curly.
Samoan curl.
That's
That
not curly enough.
Carly got that Polynesian curl. I don't know where the afro is. That is not an afro.
You know what though?
Okay.
She could have
All right.
her grandma. Her grandma could be. They could. You know they
Yeah,
be
she looked like
hiding
she
that
got a grandma who's half to me.
ooh, abuelito. Abuelito might be black, so you know who knows.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll just say this anecdotally, when I've seen pictures of her parents, I have not said, "Oh, that is a dark or a deeply." I've never. No, it was
So,
just
So
they
so it's
look
about
like two
colorism.
Latin people.
here,
So it's
let me
They
about
tell
look
you
like
colorism.
two
It's
something.
about
Latin
skin
people.
tone. So it's about
I've
skin tone.
met Spanish
It
Trinidadians.
may be.
Okay,
no,
so y'all know how Cardi and everybody else be like, but she comes from Trinidad. I have met people with Spanish lineage from Trinidad. I don't like them too much because they do the most. Their hair wasn't as thick as Cardi's, but there is a Spanish population over there. So the highest is East Indian, then it's the African descendant ones, then it's like the mestizo ones, and then they got the Spanish and all them other people. Yeah, we're the black in that.
Yeah, I'm not. Those are her parents, right, Bureau? I'm not. I don't know. I don't see Afro nothing. But again, it ain't for me to, like y'all said, it ain't for me to say who Cardi is and who she ain't. But I just
but you
know
know
she ain't
what?
us.
I'm gonna be fair because
Oh,
DH
here
got
we
me
go.
kind of looking.
Let's
DH
wrap
got me
this
kind
up
of
real
being
fast because
fair
I
though.
don't feel like debating Cardi's. I got my own issues.
Ah.
Okay, DX. Okay. I'm gonna be fair with it though, DH, because you know what? I got a homie that he looks super white. He well, let me not say white. He looks Spanish, right? But this man grandma is a black lady,
But
right?
we seen Cardi's grandma. Go Google it. The grandma looked mestizo too, just a darker shade. She may be a little
Ah,
shade
okay.
lighter than Hennessy. She's not like a
Okay.
dark skin. She don't come. She don't look like the Cubans, like that or
I got
Amara
you.
La Negra
Like Sammy,
complexion.
so yeah, Namara, yeah, okay.
Yeah, her
Okay, I
grandmother's
got
not
you.
those complexions. Because when she showed her grandmother, everybody was like, "That lady ain't black." The grandma's even mestizo.
Mm.
So yeah, this was interesting. Everything's been centered around genealogy, reparations. But did y'all really get a good? Did y'all have some questions answered? Understand what's going on, the climate that we're in, and that really all we have is each other, Black Americans, and the true essence and sense of it all, without everybody migrating here into our ethnic group talking about they Black Americans too.
Yeah, this was a really great room. Even, when there was points of contention and we were able to get it back on track, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
like, that's to say, how wonderful you are as a teacher and a mediator and a moderator and just a journalist. for our people, BX. And shout out to your vibe and the vibe of the people who really rock with you in the space. That was really, really cool that, even though that occurred, we were still able to get it back on track. And yeah, I was able to learn a few things as well, because I was not feeling good about that letter at all, even though I deal in I read the Constitution for fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I already know that race-based policies are not where it's at. And so I've been, ringing the alarm on my own. But I was actually to hear, how we can use this as leverage. It is not like, it's not just like the start reacting to somebody, calling you the hard ER, so I was able to get that element. And I can see that, even though I know that she was throwing shade, it's something that can be to the benefit of repair overall. So that's what I took away from this room today.
Thank you. Dread?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it was a very productive. Hold on. I think it was a very productive conversation.
You just been a contrarian today. You have really, really, really been a contrarian today.
I'm just saying. Like,
that's not an afro.
And that looks like a little Jewish
baby. If it gets wet and it don't go down, and it goes down, it's not an afro. They put hairspray in her shit.
No, but Dread, that's what Jewish women look like. Jewish women got the same texture.
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Their curls are way different than that. Look at this baby afro. Look at that baby.
That ain't curls though. Those are not curls.
Exactly. Those are naps.
You know what though? Looking at her parents. Let me tell y'all something. Looking at her parents, mama's baby, papa's maybe, if we're gonna keep going that route.
Ooh, and she from that culture where they don't know really who their baby daddies are. Maybe, but no. Based on the picture that we have of the parents, I'm still looking for the afro. I'm still looking for it.
You will still look. Hold on.
Look,
no.
I could rap anything.
I'm gonna see Brian's live when he first go live. I got to get comfortable before everybody starts.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, relax. Sorry, we'll talk later.
And I'm gonna follow you. I'm so sorry for being like sticking up for a lady, but I'm following you. Who is that? Bureau, who that is?
A Jewish lady.
See, told you.
I was like, who in the dolazol? Oh, that is hilarious.
Hey, DH, I want to give you a shout out though, for real though. I like how you handled the whole conflict today, for sure. And then also too, reading between the lines, you really was just sticking up for Black people, regardless of if they had a different identification or however they identified as what. So that's what I see out of that. That's why I kind of like, I kind of respect the way that because listen, man, like we were saying, it's people that have certain things and some people that don't. That don't mean we not, the same people, So
Facts, man. Love to the lineage, man, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate how you handled yourself, bro.
Wait, y'all got Southern accents. Somebody say Maine. You know how Brian got to say Mississippians when they say Maine. I be like,
Maine.
oh my God. Yep. I like that word. I want to say thank you to everybody. Dread, I knew exactly when you got upset. I knew it. Me and Jimothy, we just understood it differently, right? But everything turned out good. I love the fact that you and Delineationists squashed it and y'all didn't walk away with any bad feelings. Because we are all of the same lineage, no matter how we identify. We know that. And it's better if we work together despite how we identify, as long as we have somebody on them 1870 censuses, okay? Because if not, you just our little stepchild. Got it?
Facts. And you can't be sabotaged. Like, for the people who out there trying to sabotage because I don't want to check, I want the honey. Now we got an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to check, I want the land. I want the land. Just get out of America and just, I don't want to check. No. See, now you're sabotaging the movement, you know what I'm saying? Because we want money and we want land, we want it all.
Exactly.
So, yeah, absolutely. But I agree.
I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate
Nah,
you
for
too.
sure, for sure, for
I
sure,
appreciate
bro.
y'all too, and everybody in the chat. I love y'all for real. Peace, love, light, and reparations. I will catch y'all in the next chat within, I guess, the next 15 minutes if Brian isn't already live. All right. Have a blessed day, everybody.
All right, y'all.
You
All
too,
right.
BX. Bye,
You
guys.
too. Bye bye.